from FloridaFishyFinger, and if you're like me, you don't have a $100,000 boat, and even if you did, you wouldn't have a place on your property to keep it. So you're dealing with something of a restricted set of parameters to get a boat. Well, that's what I had when I picked up this Shadowcast, and it's a Shadowcast 16 made by Ancona. You can see it's a small boat, but it's a fish slaying machine with a 20 horse on the back. It'll run 28 miles an hour and run in 4 inches of water. Anyway, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell if you're interested in that kind of thing, because I take this thing everywhere. Out into the ocean, into the river, we get bass with it. It's simple and it is incredible. But yet, this is the biggest boat I could possibly fit into this space, into this garage space I have here. It is essentially a toy chest. I get ribbed sometimes that I have 2 cars in one boat and the boat gets the garage, but it also, the garage gets all of these surfboards and my fishing gear and everything else, so all the kids' floats and boogie boards and on and on and on. So anyhow, and it also has this, a 16-foot long boat that is actually very narrow. You know, I asked the owner when I was buying it, is it going to be tippy? And I think I kind of got the response that I deserved, which was like, what do you think? Which I loved. By the way, big props to the people at Ancona. Best boat buying experience of my entire life without any hesitation. And I've bought about 8 boats. Sold them all too. So this boat just was big enough to fit inside this space, you know, and I have to figure out a way to get it in here. So you know, what do you do when you have a limited space and you need to have a boat in your life? Well, especially a fishing machine like this, first thing is probably you get this kind of trailer where you can, you know, essentially bend it to take off all that additional space that it would have had. Just put in a hinge there, and then you hinge the front of the trailer in. So I do that, which helps a lot. I'd say that's probably about 4.5 feet of distance that I saved. Did not have that in the garage. And then I bought this thing, and I'll leave links to this in the description. By the way, everything I talk about in this video I'll have in the description, so go ahead and click on those links. You help me when you do. Anyhow, so this thing has changed my life. Now, I have many back issues, so herniated discs and so on from surfing injuries, and I can't be horsing this boat out with brute force. So I use this simple machine, and I can easily wield this straight out of the garage. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to bore you with the discussions of this thing. It's a very simple thing. It was less than 50 bucks, you know, and I would have paid twice that for what it does. It's got regular old tires you inflate on it. You know, you put on the ball. Comes with the ball, and then you can just easily manipulate this boat. I think the hull weight of this Shadowcast is something like 350 pounds. It's incredibly light, all composite, no wood. Again, it's just a great boat, but it's not that heavy. So, but I'm confident that even with a heavier boat, this would be quite effective if you were on a level surface. Now, I have a slight grade out in the front of my house that I deal with, and it is no problem to slow this thing down. And in fact, when I upgrade to whatever boat I get next, probably an Ancona Cayenne, or actually I was looking at those East Cape skiffs. Those things are incredible. There's so many good skiff builders in Florida is the thing. It'd be really hard to choose just one. So whatever my next boat ends up being, it'll have to fit in this space. I might have to modify the width of it to get some of the surfboards out, but that's alright. The kid's going off to college now, so less of that. But this is ends up being about a, I don't know, maybe a 5-minute process to get it out of the garage. I just pop a stone under the tire once I get it out of the garage, and very easy. So it makes my in and out of the garage time and use of this boat so easy that I want to use it all the time. And that's the thing I want to leave you with here. I'll also do some video of you know, using it before I go, so you can decide if you want to click on those links and check it out. But yeah, the thing is, if your boat is not easy to use, your likelihood of using it decreases at the same rate. So this boat represents in many ways my evolution of thinking about boats, which is the really minimalist way of getting exactly, and the owner of Ancona actually told me this when I was getting my boat, get the boat that you want, that you'll fish all the time. Get that boat. And I did exactly that, and I've never been disappointed in that decision. And part of it is the boat that exactly fits, is easy to get in and out, isn't going to take you a ton of time. If that bothers you, you know, if you're into that, then that's cool too. I don't mean to put that down, but in my diminished state, injured state, you know, the boat that I'm going to be able to use and get to where I need to go and fish, and yeah, so on and so forth, this is perfect. Not a bit too much and easy. So let's go ahead and pull this sucker out. First thing is to get this trailer tongue undone. You see, it just swings around. It's actually pretty easy. There's a simple linch pin that you have here. Shimmy it into place. Jam it down, put the linch pin in, and you're good. So how I like to do this is I wheel the trailer all the way down, and then I just angle the ball here to go right underneath. Then, see, that wheel lifts off. I can easily then just turn it. And as you can see, that's a tight squeeze. But I'm doing this holding this camera with one hand in flip-flops. So it's pretty easy. You kind of go out slow because once it gets here, it starts to roll a little quicker down the grade. Alright, stop it there. You put down that little thing there to, I always do to brace it. If you apply a little pressure, it stops the boat. And I just put a rock under to stop it. So there it is, shiny in the sun. Pulled right out of the garage in no time flat, using a simple trailer dolly that you can get for 50 bucks online. So hey, if you like these kinds of videos, go ahead and subscribe to FloridaFishyFinger. Click the notification bell so you're notified as new videos come out. We go on fishing adventures. We're getting ready to go out and get some more kingfish. Certainly a lot of things going on out in the Indian River. So thanks for watching. FloridaFishyFinger.